Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. It's time for the third and final unit out of the free-to-play unit EZAs, and that is the Goku and Gohan Exchange Goku unit. They actually go on the 200% lead team, so that's exactly what we're bringing them on right now. Actually, so did Cooler, but still, they also have a 200% lead team, so we're going to be using them there. One thing I will note immediately is they don't have the best link set. They have some nice links, but as a set, getting them all active at once, yeah, not very easy to do, and a lot of them also key links as well. So this is the best we could do, is bringing this guy along so we can get Same Warrior Race and Infire active. And they also share All in the Family with this guy, which I'm pretty sure is extra defense. That's the wrong link. That's also the wrong link. All in the Family, yeah, extra defense. We don't have solid support active though, because there wasn't really anyone to bring on the team to get that active. So this is what we're running. And they're starting with a 217k attack stat, 121k defense, which for a free-to-play unit is actually solid. Solid, in my opinion, is pretty solid. So, yeah, this is probably where the issue is going to come in, because we don't have a lot of their key links active, like Gaze of Respect and Shattering the Limit. So, in terms of actually getting a super attack off with them, seems like it's going to be a little bit difficult. Can we just manage it? No, we're actually, yeah, we're missing it. We're not. We need to get an additional. That's what we need to get. We need to get an additional. They're almost up to a 300k attack stat right there though, but I had a feeling that was going to be a bit of an issue, considering the key links for them aren't the best. I know Goku, once they do exchange, Goku does end up getting shocking speed and prepared for battle, which obviously are much better key links. There's the additional though, which is great, 1.8 million attack stat, which obviously isn't anything special nowadays in Dokkan. But of course they do have the exchange, which is what we want them to get pretty quickly. Now in terms of what they do, pre-exchange, they do raise defense for one turn by 30%, cause supreme damage to the enemy, and seal super attack. Could be handy in the likes of Super Battle Road. They get attack and defense plus 150 at the start of turn, get an additional attack and defense plus 30%, and a great chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack for 5 turns from the start of turn. The extra attack and defense is nice, but the 70% chance to dodge, especially on a free-to-play unit who doesn't have the stats of a pullable unit, very, very nice, so they should be dodging a lot of the time. This is probably one of the only situations where I may consider, or I may be like, you know what, it's probably calm if you decide to go like primarily dodge with these guys, so they're doing it a lot more often. They get a high chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, starting from the 6th turn, so you go from a 70% chance to a 50% chance after the 5 turns are up, which is still very good. And then not only that, they get an additional attack and defense plus 50% starting from the turn in which the character evades the 3rd attack in battle, which, if you get lucky enough to dodge enough with them, which 70% chance is enough to do so, you can get that active pretty quickly while you still have the attack and defense plus 30% for 5 turns, so you can have that stacked on top of each other, which is quite nice. But yeah, it's going to be a struggle to get super attacks off with them, I'm not going to lie. I do want them to dodge, because that's also how they exchange, so I'm going to leave them in slot 1. But with some support, they have a 240k attack stat and 105k defense from Bardock, considering he's just giving them attack plus 30%. So if they get an additional, which is kind of what we need to potentially see a super attack, but regardless, I think on a super, I think there's another dodge, and there's another one. I do think on super, no additional, so on super, I do think with the support, you're probably looking at like, well, they're on just over 1.8, you're probably looking at like 2 mil, which, as I said, pre-exchange, I don't think anyone really cares what they're doing pre-exchange, like it doesn't really matter too much. Then they also, the target enemy's attack and defense goes down by minus 25% for 3 turns after the character evades the 6th battle. After the character evades the 6th attack in battle, which is okay, but you know, these minus enemy attack and defenses, I mean, it's nice that they're there. You will do some extra damage. You will do, you also take less damage, but it's never really that noticeable, especially when you lower the enemy's defense, especially nowadays with how much defense and damage reduction bosses have. It's never really that noticeable, but I guess it's better than not having it. And then of course the active skill conditions, or the activation conditions, can be active after the character evades 6 or more enemy attacks in battle, or when HP is 59% or less, starting from the 5th turn, which it's nice to have either or conditions, especially if you're getting very unlucky with the dodges. However, when it comes to the dodges, it should be relatively easy considering they have a 70% chance for 5 turns. So it should be relatively easy to do so. And also if you do end up giving them dodge in their dupe system, considering you can rainbow them out for free, 457k attack stat, that's actually not bad. But on super they won't do that much damage, I know that for a fact. Then it is very easy to dodge that many times you need to, because they are going to dodge right now. Bang, see, cool. It would have been quite funny if they didn't actually do that. But with all their orbs, 2.7 million attack stat, by the way. Now that's not bad. Now that's a bit more like it. But in terms of their key links prior to the exchange, yeah, as you're seeing, they're really not good. Like their key links before that, it is a struggle. Unless you bring a unit that kind of forces them to get their key links active, which the best bet would have been having another Gohan and Goku grinded up, but have them exchanged, which obviously isn't possible for me to do. Otherwise I'd have to take a terrible team in order for that to happen when I run one of them as a lead, which obviously we're just not going to do. But I don't want to force it, because a lot of the units they link well with, you're not going to be taking them anywhere. To be fair, they don't link too badly with the Kid Gohan, the Dokkan vs Kid Gohan, but unfortunately, the one unit they link too bad with, I don't have. I don't have him. So, or I don't have him, and also he has a pretty decent defensive support, so that would have been a good option to bring, but as I said, I don't actually have him. I'm actually not sure how many dodges we need to get, but we have actually got, I think, how many turns deep are we? Okay, we're now on turn 6, past turn 6, so we've lost the attack and defense plus 30%, but we definitely had the attack and defense plus 50%, that's probably why our attack stat jumped up a bit, but yeah, the one unit that actually would have worked somewhat well, again, especially with the support, I don't have. And there's another dodge, even though we're down to 50%. 2.4 million attack stat. Again, that's not bad, considering this is pre-exchange. So far, they're actually doing pretty well. And as I said, those 70% chance to dodge and now the 50% chance to dodge, yeah, it's working a treat. It's working really well. I said, if you really wanted to, you could just give all of these guys dodge in their dupe system, take them into like Super Battle Road in harder content, and just let them dodge everything, or try and make them dodge absolutely every attack that comes their way. But that's entirely up to you, considering the exchange is also an active, so you can decide whether you actually exchange them or not, and keep all of that dodge chance along with potentially what you can give them in the dupe system. But again, as I said, that is entirely up to you, and I kind of wanted to show them off, so I didn't bother doing that. If I wasn't doing this, I actually probably would have done it. I mean, I could actually grind up a second copy to do so, but I'm not going to do that. Because probably after this showcase video, I'll probably never use them again. Or maybe I will. Maybe I'll do some videos on like Super Battle Road, see how they do there. See how much they can really dodge there. And see how well they do. But to be fair, they actually wouldn't be too bad in Super Battle Road, because they actually go on some pretty good categories. Because it's a Gohan unit that exchanges into Goku, because you have that all-important slash in there. They go on Hybrid Saiyans, good category. Movie heroes, Goku's family, powerful comeback, 200%. You know, you have these guys just floating, dodging everything, while you have, you know, Goku just guarding everything. And then eventually, when Vegeta and Trunks come out, bond of parent and child. So they actually go on some pretty good categories. And again, when it comes to Super Battle Road, whenever these specific stages are out, or maybe you still need to do one of them, if you leave them unexchanged, which, to be fair, could be a shout, but also Goku ends up getting guard, so I doubt you want to do that. As I said, you can just watch these guys just dodge galore, but if we dodge one of these 2 attacks, I think we should be fully done in terms of how many dodges we need. And we can dodge both, just to be safe. We can dodge both, just to be safe. That's even better. 2.7 mil attack stat. I didn't even notice if Bardock was on rotation. He probably was. But now we should be able to exchange and then see what the Goku does. Okay, we got the exchange off, and this is where things get juicy. See, now it's going to be a lot easier for us to get super attacks off because of the key links we have. So we're going to do this. We do lose all in the family. What do we have with all in the family active? We have 143k defense. When we lose it, we go down to 124. So that's how much defense if we actually had all in the family active. Let's give Goku some orbs. Now much easier to get super attacks off. He has a 304k attack stat, 124k defense. If we have this Gohan here, he would have 143k defense, which is okay. Of course, he recovers 50% HP. Once you exchange as well, which is very nice, but of course we had full health, so nothing, we couldn't really raise anything. And because we have 77%, 2.9 mil, that's not bad, 77% or more HP, we started with full HP, Goku is guarding. And also he raises attack and defense by 30% for one turn on super and causes supreme damage to the enemy. As you saw there, we got an additional, he raised attack and defense twice, that's even more defense with the guard, which is fantastic, especially in Super Battle Road, which I do really think these two will be viable for, especially because of how quickly you can get the dodges off to get Goku out, especially if you're lucky enough in the amount of attacks you will take in Super Battle Road, considering how many attacks there are, how many enemies there are. Should be relatively easy to get the exchange off in an event like that. But yeah, raised attack and defense by 30% on Super, as you there, went over to 3 mil. Gets attack and defense plus 180 at the start of turn, which is very nice. Then, as I said, he guards all attacks when HP is 77% or more, which, I mean, a free-to-play unit with guard, I'll take it, it's very good. Especially after he supers as well and has a bit more defense. He stuns the attacked enemy once only, quite similarly to the way the EZA Tech Final Form Cooler does. The side EZA we got in part 1. Of course, in this event, we can't stun, so again, steals on super attack, pre-exchange, has all the dodge chance, very good for Super Battle Road. Guaranteed stun for one turn only, considering you reset every time you go into a new fight. These two could generally be a very good viable free-to-play contender for Super Battle Road, but it's a guaranteed stun for one turn only, once only. You also get an additional attack and defense plus 59% for 5 turns after receiving an attack. Now, considering this Goku has guard, very easy to kind of set him up to do that, especially in slot 1 where you may be hit first, and then you have it for the remainder of the turn. Also launches an additional attack that has a medium chance to become a super attack when there is a Terrifying Conqueror's enemy. Now, of course, we're not facing a Terrifying Conqueror's enemy, but again, considering how good I think this unit could be, we're on a 331k attack stat and 228k defense. That's actually really nice, considering you have guard, and of course, if you have 77% more HP, but the recovery helps you do that. But the extra attack and defense plus 59% for 5 turns takes him up to 331k attack stat and 228k defense. That's really good considering the Goku has guard. So if you have that active and you have the guard active, for a free-to-play unit, he's going to be tanking really, really well. So Goku's now on a 463k attack stat, which is also very nice for a free-to-play unit. But yeah, for a free-to-play unit, this guy's going to be tanking very well. Again, especially after he supers as well. 2.94 mil. That's even more defense for him. Can we get an additional? No additional, but yeah, tanking really, really well. I want him to be supered. Unfortunately not, though. But, yeah, this is what I mean. It's so weird that they gave the Goku the additional. They didn't give the tech cooler that we got with this guy getting an EZA. They didn't get that free-to-play cooler, the additional, who would have needed it more considering he stacks defense. Instead, they gave it to Goku. Like, they could have taken the same concept and then when facing like a pure Saiyan enemy or Goku's family enemy, could have launched an additional attack that has a medium chance of coming to super attack. But for some reason they decided to give it to Goku. But for a free-to-play unit, I'm impressed. I'm actually very impressed. This unit is very, very good. Especially after you take the initial attack you need to get the extra 59% attack and defense, and you have the 77% more HP to have his guard active. 220 something K defense with guard on a free-to-play unit is very, very good. Yes, they're not going to tank anywhere near as good as free-to-play units, granted, but for a free-to-play unit, they're going to be tanking exceptionally well. So it's a very diverse unit, you know. As I said, before the exchange, you have all the dodge chance, things like that, the seal on super. Once you exchange, HP recovery, not bad damage output. Also guard, decent defensively. Especially if you get that addition. If you're facing a Terrifying Conqueror's enemy and you super, you raise your attack and defense by 30% once. Additional from the dupe system twice. Additional potentially if you're facing a Terrifying Conqueror's enemy. Goku could raise his attack and defense 3 times, which is dope. But with some support, again, Bardock's only given the attack. We're still within the 5 turns. Goku has a 366k attack stat, 222k defense. Final turn. What are we saying? I'm actually really impressed with this Gohan Goku exchange unit. Like, really, really impressed. 3.2 mil. 3.2 mil. Pretty good. I said decent damage output, great defensively for a free-to-play unit. A lot of versatility as well. I think the only thing this unit was missing that would have made them one of the best free-to-play units in the game is if they had support as well. Like movie hero support or Goku's family support. That's the only thing this unit is missing. And also a much better link set, of course, once the exchange happens. It's not the best, but the fact you get prepared for battle and shocking speed, mainly prepared for battle, helps with getting super attacks off a lot easier. And as I said, goes on some fantastic categories like hybrids, movie heroes, Goku's family, bond of parent and child, powerful comeback 200%. It's a very, very good free-to-play unit. I'm actually really impressed. It's such a shame that Cooler ended up being so lackluster, considering he had so much potential. But I'm very impressed with this unit. Very, very impressed. Even so impressed that I generally might take them into Super Battle Road or even ESBR and just see how they do. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.